What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the best franchise on YouTube, the Washington Football Team franchise. If you guys are enjoying this series as much as I am, please make sure you're hitting the like button. Really lets me know that you're enjoying it. Subscribe to the channel so you guys don't miss any other uploads, and make sure you go ahead and leave a comment. I enjoy reading comments on my videos. It's really nice. Anyways, in today's game, we're in week number 4, getting ready to take on the Baltimore Ravens. We ended up taking a sim win in week number 3. We weren't able to make up find a time to play the Browns user. Ended up taking the sim win, so it's all good there. What's not all good is apparently Terry McLaurin is really upset that he hasn't been featured much at all in the offense. I don't even think he has a touchdown at all in the season. I think he has 0. Yeah, he has 0 touchdowns. So he wants us to get him a little bit more involved in the offense this week against the Ravens. So we told him we'll see what we can do. I still don't really trust this offensive line to hold up for blocking long periods of time for Terry McLaurin to run his routes downfield. And at the same time, I don't even trust myself to make the right read because as you saw in week 1, how I completely missed a wide open Terry McLaurin. Like, I'm not even looking for him. I should just trade him. Anyways, we told Terry McLaurin we're look to get him involved. My thought process is maybe we can use him on bubble screens, jet sweeps also, because I mean jet sweeps count as passes, so why not just cheese the game like that? Get him 5 jet sweep passes. So, anyways, here we are going to be starting things off on offense. Strowman's able to return the ball up to the 22-yard line. Should have stayed his ass in the end zone. We would have started at the 25-yard line. First and 10, we're starting off with the run to Gibson. Is that face mask? No, it's called holding on Jeremy Sprinkle. Brings that ball back a little bit more. We end up losing 3 yards anyways. I don't even know if he accepted. He might have declined it. Second and 13, we hand the ball right back off to Antonio Gibson, the rookie out of Memphis, who's had a very good rookie season, to say the least. Third and 4, what was that? Morgan Moses ends up completely whiffing on his block as the right tackle. Haskins is hit, fumbles the ball. Luckily, Moses, I mean, he had nothing else to do. He better jump back on the ball and recovering that. And Tressway ends up punting the ball away. A lot of changes here for the Baltimore Ravens. Oh my gosh, huge hit there by Landon Collins. You're probably not used to seeing Daniel Jones there rocking the number 8. That's supposed to be Lamar Jackson. The Ravens ended up making a bunch of trades, and now Lamar Jackson is in the division. He's in New York. So when we see New York, be on the lookout for Lamar Jackson. Something I got to deal with now. Third and 7, hand the ball off to J.K. Dobbins, picks up the first down up to the 41-yard line. Daniel Jones at the 41-yard line. Alabama defense is on the field. They hand the ball to Mark Ingram. He says, I've seen this before. This is easy. 41 yards into the end zone. Yeah, it makes sense that Mark Ingram is the kryptonite to this Alabama defense, as he is the Alabama former Heisman Trophy winner. He ran against these guys in practice. I mean, it's easy. He just knifed his way through that defense setup like it was nothing. If you don't know what the Alabama defense is, 7 or 6 of the 11 players on the field are all from former Alabama players. Anyways, first and 10, hand the ball off to Antonio Gibson. He's able to slip a tackle, gets out of bounds up to the 43-yard line. Brings us up to a 2nd and 5. Dwayne Haskins drops back to throw. Looks to hit J.D. McKinnis underneath, who makes 1, 2, and tries to put a move on. Oh, yeah. You might not want to juke Jamal Adams in the open field, but it was a really nice catch and really nice moves. Picked up the first down. Just might want to chill out on that last one. Just go ahead out of bounds. Don't run into Jamal Adams like that. 2nd and 9 from the 29-yard line. Haskins back in the shotgun, looking to throw again. Pressured a little bit, slightly, ends up connecting underneath to Sims. I think it's Sims. I keep on saying the wrong Sims. I'm going to figure it out and get it right. 1st and 10. Haskins rolling out to his right, and okay, J.D. McKinnis is juking in the open field. See, now you can juke there because Jamal Adams was not in pursuit. But when Jamal Adams is running, don't juke at all. 1st and goal, try to run the Wildcat formation with Antonio Gibson. Second football team player down with an injury. This time, an offensive lineman. 2nd and goal, we hand the ball off to Antonio Gibson. Ends up getting the game down to the 5-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 5. Running the jet sweep with Terry McLaurin. Can he turn the corner? And he ends up getting stopped in the backfield. Probably end up losing a yard or 2. DJ Sharp, hip pointer injury. We end up keeping him out. So we end up settling for 3. Really horrible drive. for one, ran all those plays and only ended up taking 3 yards or 3 points. Second off, we ended up having an offensive lineman injury, and that's probably like the one area on this team that if I see an injury, I'm going to probably like cry because our offensive line is already weak as is. We can't afford any injuries on the offensive line. Second and 9 from the 24-yard line. Daniel Jones back in the shotgun, going to pump to the right or left. Ends up coming back, gets hit by Pierre Lewis, and the ball is dropped. And who is that? Chase Young on the recovery. And it is a clear fumble. First and 10. Offense back on the field, running the jet sweep with Terry McLaurin. He's able to turn the corner this time, and get into the end zone for his first touchdown on the year. 16 yards into the end zone. Terry McLaurin should already be feeling a little bit happy. He doesn't have the 5 catches, but you got a touchdown, man. This is your first touchdown in the game. If you're still pissed off at me after this game, I don't know. You need like counseling or something. You got other issues to work on. First and 10 from the 25-yard line, running the ball with J.K. Dobbins, and he gets smacked by Landon Collins out of bounds at 31-yard line. Second and 4, hand the ball right back off to J.K. Dobbins, ends up getting smacked again, this time by, I think, Fuller. Pierre Lewis injured on the play. What's going on? This is we're not even out of the first half and already had 3 players injured. First and 10, Dobbins again in the Wildcat formation, and he takes this one all the way into the end zone. Nobody's going to catch him. Troy Apke's fast, but he just did not have the angle on Dobbins. And yeah, look at this. Muscle cramps. I think we ended up bringing him back in the game, but come on now. And why is it medium? I've had muscle cramps before. I've never had a muscle cramp that was so daggone bad that I'm out, or I'm like high risk for another injury. Or I don't know. I guess if you have a muscle cramp, I guess you could end up getting like a pulled hamstring easier or something like that. I don't know. Comment down below if you're a doctor or if you had muscle cramps that led to a groin pull or a hamstring pull or whatever. Second and 10 from the 36-yard line. We end up completing with Logan Thomas. First and 10, handing the ball off to our workhorse, Antonio Gibson. He's been our go-to guy all season on the ground. Picks up a nice gain of 7 yards on first down. Second and 3. We got to develop this. Madden hates Dwayne Haskins. 67 overall, really looked like a 67 overall on that pass. Just completely overthrew a drag. Almost overthrew that last drag. First and 10 up to the 49-yard line. Haskins back to throw. And okay, yeah, he almost overthrew 2 drags and almost threw an interception to Jabril Peppers. Would have been horrible to see an interception return for a touchdown there, but luckily it falls incomplete. Second and 10, we hand the ball off to the guy who's Mr. Reliable. Antonio Gibson gets a huge gain up to the 34-yard line. First and 10, Haskins back to throw yet again. Surprised that we're still trusting him. Ends up throwing a beautiful pass this time to Terry McLaurin, just unable to bring that one in. Would have been able to get his feet in bounds, just wasn't able to hold onto the ball. Second and 10, we go right back to our guy, Antonio Gibson, in the Wildcat formation, just unable to get anything going there. Third and 10, needing the big play here. Dwayne Haskins going deep, looking for Terry McLaurin on the sideline. He makes the catch, stays in bounds, and holds on to the ball. And Washington is now in scoring range at the 10-yard line, first and goal. Handed it off to Antonio Gibson. He's able to fight his way down for a gain of 9 down to the 1-yard line. Hand the ball off to Peyton Barber this time. Not in there by. I didn't notice that Peyton Barber was in there. I wanted Antonio Gibson to get that. Let's be honest. I'm glad that we scored, but I didn't want Peyton Barber to get that touchdown. So anyway, 17-14 lead. Defense has played decent so far. Offense has been playing amazing. Just need another big play here by our defense, and we're golden, really. End up stopping Paris Campbell on the Wildcat formation there, the read option. Second and 14, Daniel Jones back to throw. Ends up connecting with his tight end, Mark Andrews, who gets past the first down marker and gains probably an additional 8 or 9 yards up to the 44-yard line. Daniel Jones calls the offense back up onto the ball. Hurry up offense. Hands it off to J.K. Dobbins, who fights his way forward all the way up to across midfield to the 45-yard line. Calling their first timeout with 1 minute left in the second quarter. Daniel Jones back to throw. Getting pressured by Chase Young. Ends up throwing this ball away. Smart decision there by Daniel Jones. Don't want to give up a sack there. Washington calls the timeout there on second down. Didn't like the matchup that we had against the strong close formation. Come out another one. And J.K. Dobbins just completely knifes through our defense for another Ravens first down up to the 33-yard line. Hurry up offense here, changing the defense up a little bit. It's the same formation, just going to pinch and spread some guys out because we did not like that running yard or the running room we gave up there on second down. First down, that's more like it. End up stopping Dobbins for a gain of 4 yards. Second and 6, 29 seconds left in the game, or the second quarter, 20 from the 29-yard line, connecting underneath to Mark Andrews, and Mark Andrews takes a shot from Landon Collins, who's on the return. J.K. Dobbins and Daniel Jones in pursuit, and he spins away from him. And you know I'm a dance into the ends. If I had to dance, I had to dance on that play. That was a beautiful play there by Landon Collins. Made two guys miss, and you got to finish that off with a nice little high step and dance into the end zone. 10-point lead for Washington. I know my opponent. I played him before. He's lived it right now. He really wants to pull the plug. First and 10. Daniel Jones back to throw with 10 seconds left. Going to air one out deep for Dumervay. Almost intercepted by Ronald Darby. Should have came away with the interception there. Second and 10. 4 seconds left. Jones was going to throw the screen to J.K. Dobbins. Goes off on the right side. Picks up maybe about 4 or 5 yards. And that's going to be how the first half ends. Nobody's going to call any timeouts after that. Ravens start off with the ball the second half, and I mean their offense has struggled a little bit. I mean, I don't know if his offense has struggled. Just the Washington defense has come to play, and they're hitting. J.K. Dobbins has actually had a decent amount of yards. 9 carries, over 100 yards already. So he's not being stopped. It's just I'm making plays out here. Second and 12 after the hurry up on the J.K. Dobbins run. Daniel Jones back to throw, looking for something across the field. Ends up checking it down to J.K. Dobbins, who makes Thomas Davis. Old man Thomas Davis. I hate putting you in coverage. I always end up making that mistake, but ends up making him miss. Gains the first down. First and 10, we end up missing the hit stick with Landon Collins. I'm still too hit stick happy. I need to chill out with that a little bit. Second and 5, I don't know what he was doing. He didn't get the snap off in time. From over here in these parts, we accept those kind of penalties. That's a free 5 yards for us. Takes it back to second and 10, and they run the toss to J.K. Dobbins. And like I said, Dobbins has had a hell of a game. It's not J.K. Dobbins' fault. Just Daniel Jones. Well, not even Daniel Jones' fault, as he makes this beautiful pass to Paris Campbell into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's just our defense has been making plays, and that's what I rely on this Washington defense to make plays. They come up with interceptions, forced fumbles. These guys can hit, and they're fast. Washington's first drive on offense out of the second half, looking to answer against the Ravens, who came out their first drive and put up points on the board. Go ahead, hand the ball off to the workhorse. Antonio Gibson's able to fight through the tackle there, picks up the first down, keeping the sticks moving for us. First and 10 from the 35-yard line. And we're going to go right back to him again. Hand the ball off to Antonio Gibson on the dive. Able to run through the chest of the linebacker, picks up 6 yards. He's tired here. We end up subbing Peyton Barber in on purpose on the Wildcat formation. And he stopped right at the line of scrimmage for a gain of nothing. Third and 4, looking for Dwayne Haskins to make a play, and I don't know what happened, what he did. I guess he overthrew Terry McLaurin somehow. Fourth and 4, feeling like we got to go for it here. Just wanted to make a play, and it going across the middle for Sims, and that pass is knocked away, incomplete, and the Ravens take over. So questionable play call there by me. Definitely wasn't a situation where I needed to be that aggressive. Probably should have punted that ball away and just let my defense do work, and maybe even force a punt or force an interception or something. Now third and 9 from the 40-yard line. Daniel Jones is going to check it down to Paris Campbell. Ends up getting stopped by Troy Apke at the 35-yard line. Brings on Justin Tucker for the field goal. He kicks it. It's up and it's good, but there is a flag on the play, and it's running into the kicker on Greg Stroman. Automatic first down. They're back on the field from the 20-yard line. Daniel Jones under center is going to hand it off to J.K. Dobbins up the middle, who gets stopped for a gain of 5 yards. Second and 5. 37 seconds left here in the second quarter. Jones is going to hand the ball off to J.K. Dobbins, who ends up falling forward for a first down. 7 seconds left. Jones is going to hand the ball, run the read option, and gets popped by Chase Young. This Alabama defense, when I put this Alabama defense on the field and I move Chase Young and Montez Sweat to the 2 outside linebacker positions, yeah, you can run a lot of plays. Read option is not one of those plays you want to run, because if I guess right, good night. Daniel Jones should have fumbled there. Third and goal from the 6-yard line. Daniel Jones in the shotgun formation, going to hand the ball off to J.K. Dobbins, who gets blown up by John Bostic at the 4-yard line, and we end up holding for another field goal. This time we're going to make sure we're not on Stroman or anybody, so there's no no first and goal again from the 1 or whatever. So tie game here. Why did I bring the ball out of the end zone? That was like 4 or 5 yards deep. Yeah, don't ever do that again. First and 10, we end up running the jet sweep to Terry McLaurin. Try to cut things up inside early. Just unable to split those two defenders. If I was able to split that, boy, I had some room to run. Second and 5, we hand the ball off to Antonio Gibson, who's trying to fight forward for that first down marker. Gets close, third and 1 from the 29-yard line. You know we're running the ball. Ended up giving the ball off to Antonio Gibson again. This time he finds some running room up the sideline. Ends up breaking a tackle, gets stopped down at the 31-yard line after a gain of 40 yards. First and 10 from the 31-yard line. We're going to hand the ball right back off to the workhorse. Gets sticky and, oh my gosh, breaking ankles in the open field. Antonio Gibson is into the end zone for a 31-yard rushing touchdown. His 8th on the year. God, this rookie is having a hell of a year. He's our guy. He's the go-to guy. Definitely should be seeing some upgrades from him soon. Definitely. Oh, Khalil Hudson feeling inspired from that hit stick that what's his name had. Almost had a forced fumble of his own there. First and 10 from the 29-yard line, handed off to Antonio Gibson. Kevin Pierre-Louis feeling better after those muscle cramps is back in the game. Has a huge hit there on J.K. Dobbins. Jones rolls out to his right to throw on second down. Rolling right, couldn't find anybody open. Chucks one deep to Dumerve. Overthrows this guy. Ends up finding Ronald Darby, who has an interception. And now he's off on the return. Gets all the way up to the 29-yard line. Washington with the 7-point lead. Looking to increase the lead right here. Hand the ball off to Antonio Gibson. And why wouldn't I? Like, honestly, why wouldn't I keep handing the ball off to Antonio Gibson after what he's been doing for me? Ends up getting the first down to the 34-yard line. Peyton Barber in here again, not by design. I forgot to switch him out of here. Apparently he's subbed in a lot of formations. I don't know why. I thought I had Gibson as my number 1 back and my 3rd down back. Second and 5, we got Gibson back in there though. No worries. Ends up picking up the first down to the 17-yard line. 2-minute warning hitting. First and 10. Running the jet sweep to Terry McLaurin, who's able to turn the corner again. Makes Jamal Adams miss in the open field and is into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the game, 2nd touchdown of the year. Washington starting to run away with this one. 14-point lead. Ravens receiving the ball, but unfortunately we won't be able to see what the Ravens end up doing on their next drive because my opponent decides to pause the game and go ahead and concede. And that's it. Game over. Washington ends up winning in the Battle of the Beltway against the Ravens. So I didn't want to end things like that. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of something. So I guess from now on, whenever I get these type of games where people just quit out, I'm just going to show you guys some GM stuff I do in the I do off camera or whatever. So first thing I did, I wanted to go ahead and re-sign Ryan Kerrigan. Yeah, I know he's old, but it's only a 1-year contract, and especially with how good what I'm trying to build this Washington defense up to, or make them even stronger, he's definitely a piece that I want to keep around. Next guy I decided to keep around is Ronald Darby. Young corner, 5 years. I mean, he still has a little bit of building I can do. If I end up having like a really good year with him, like interception wise or whatever, could end up getting a dev upgrade with him, taking him up to the superstar, which would be a really helpful piece there. Like I said before, offensive line is very weak on this team, so guys that I'm going to need to make sure I have resign, like Brandon Sheriff, Chase Ruley, I'm going to have to make a decision on soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep him because, I mean, he is kind of low level or whatever. So I might be able to draft better or whatever. So I don't know, but more GM stuff to come in the future. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed. As always, subscribe. Leave a comment down below because I enjoy reading every single comment no matter what it is. If it's I hate the videos or it's awesome. So catch you guys in the next one. Later.